got needy.
Pain? What do you think you're doing?
Fuck you.
Oh my god! Oh god, you shot me! Ah!
You haven't even got a fat bankroll in your pocket.
Alright, so originally I was planning on making this another, bullshit ass PS2 video.
But fate had a different plan for me. But let me explain how I even got here.
Max Payne 1 and its sequel was made by Remedy Entertainment and written by beautiful ass Sam Lake. Meanwhile, the third game was published by Rockstar and written by Dan Houser? Pretty sure that's Houser. I write those names down because both of these men come up later. Max Payne 1 was released in 2001 for the PC, and a year later in 2002 they got help from 3D Realms to make the PS2 and OG Xbox port. And it even got a Game Boy Advance port somehow. Okay, never mind, that actually doesn't look too bad. I think what's even more impressive is that it had voice lines in the cutscenes.
To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the pain started.
The first game sold insanely well to the point where it became the PS2's 26th highest selling game on the console, and it even earned itself that Pretty Red Greatest Hits banner.
But what was so special about it? I scoured around in my head trying to remember what made this game cool as shit.
Alright, I'll stop with the shitty Max Payne AI. Okay, maybe one more phrase.
I'm not a free, but the fox chick from The Bad Guys was hot.
I didn't say it, Max said it. The game starts off with a monologue from Max as he's in the last area of the game. Not knowing how he got here, he tells us what happened from the beginning, making it one giant flashback. Max Payne 2 and 3 do this as well, but the situations he ends up in progressively get more fucked up. Max is a detective and a happy family man for all of 2 minutes until...
No, please God, no. No, God, no, please, Michelle. Oh, baby.
Yeah, until his baby and wife get killed.
No!
Wait, hold on, time out. I want to know how that sounds on the Game Boy.
No!
Now he's a vigilante on the hunt to find out who did this and put a bullet in him. From then on out, it's just you, Max's internal monologue, and your guns. Somehow Kid Me thought this was a horror game and I was too afraid to play it for the longest. I probably thought this because there's hardly any music playing and it's just low ambient sounds with the only thing you could actually make out is faint cop sirens. And in the few short times they do have music, it comes out of nowhere and it's loud as shit.
I was already so far past the point of no return I couldn't even remember what it looked like when I had passed it.
Also, let's not forget that it starts off with you in the middle of a home invasion, your baby is dead, and your wife is literally screaming bloody murder from the other side of a wall. Even if it was a horror game, it's kinda hard to be scared when you're doing this to motherfuckers.
Gun him down! Oh, fuck yeah! This is the shit!
The devs at Remedy obviously love the Matrix and John Woo movies, more specifically Hard Boiled here, so they mixed all of those together and gave us this perfect yet simple gameplay loop of diving in slow-mo and shooting 3 guys in the head in a single second. You're doing this all while Max still has that shit-eating grin on his face. The first game didn't have much of a budget, just some talent and a dream, so most of, if not all the models in the game have a face of someone who worked at Remedy or was just a close relative. Max's constipated face was captured by Sam Lake, who was also the game's lead writer. Even after all these years, he could still do the face. Meanwhile, Max's buttery smooth ass voice was played by James McCaffrey, who sadly passed away last year on December 17th.
Life was good. The sun setting on a sweet summer's day. The smell of freshly mowed lawns. The sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true.
Like I said, I planned on making this another... Oh, the PS2! Yeah, that shit. But a couple things went wrong. For starters, the current PC version of the game is a broken mess that doesn't work on modern PCs without patches, and even if you get it working, it still has a high chance of freaking out. That left me with the PS2 version of it, but visually it looked incredibly muddy and blurry. On top of that, levels and entire areas had to get changed or moved to fit within the console's limitations. For example, in Chapter 4, there's a mini-boss who's getting some Secret Service, and during the fight, he runs into an empty room and just stands there with his pants down. Opposed to the PC version, where he's running down a hallway that connects to the rest of the level. Plus, you can go behind the bar and see that this man painted the counter.
That's a lot of cum!
And the third reason, my recording software didn't capture a good chunk of the game, and I said fuck that and moved on to Max Payne 2. A year later, on October 14th, 2003, Remedy dropped Max Payne 2, and from the start you can tell this already had a higher budget behind it. Just like the jump from Jak 1 into its sequel, you can tell the devs really got comfortable with their engine and unasked every character, giving them a real face. The story this time around sees Max getting blueballed the whole game by a woman just as dangerous as him named Mona Sax. Gameplay wise, it's the same thing as the first, but with a few new mechanics and gameplay refinements. If you manually activate bullet time and kill enough guys, the hourglass will turn yellow and Max will do this Chow Yun Fat looking spin. After that, Max moves at normal speed while everyone is still slow. Then when it comes to overall refinement on the gameplay, you can jump onto tables or other minor objects for the perfect action shot. Unlike the first game, the PC port isn't as fucked up. At least it's playable, but you might have to download a mod or two to unstretch the resolution. At the end of the game, anyone Max has ever interacted with is now dead, only leaving a depressing shell of a man. And for a while it seemed like that's where the story would end. That was until Rockstar and lead writer Dan Houser cooked in 2012 when they dropped Max Payne 3. I really wasn't even planning on making a video about Max Payne 3, considering I'm still doing the whole PS2 bit, but then it dawned on me. The 7th gen had a lot of bangers on it, and it'd be a crying shame if I never got to talk about Bayonetta, Mad World, Infamous, and the list goes on. So I decided to make another series where I talk about cool ass 360, PS Triple, and Wii games. And I like to call it, Why the 7th generation of consoles made my dick hard! But with an acronym that looks like that, it's fucking horrible. Y'all probably think of some other shit to name it later. The intro cutscene with the slow remixed Max Payne theme is beautiful.
This place is great, really comfortable. I'm just gonna get settled in.
You know, aside from the near seizure-inducing visual effects. It's weird because the screen will always have some sort of effect on it, like every 10 seconds, but I guess my brain auto-filtered it out by the end of the first level. The game's story is purposely told out of order, so for simplicity I'll just put everything together by reading the wiki. 9 years after the events of the second game. Wait, hang on a second. You clever motherfuckers. 9 years after the events of the second game, we find out that Max is retired from the police force and he's more depressed than he's ever been. One day while drowning his sorrows at the bar, he meets an old colleague named Passos. And Passos is the homie, for the most part. He's voiced by I'm gonna butcher that. Google text-to-speech if you would.
It's Julian Rebolledo, you dumbass.
I might not know how to pronounce his name, but I do know he's Don from Regular Show.
Rigbone! Sugar?
I don't want your fucking sugar!
After an incident at the bar happened, it forced Max to leave his home in New York and take Passos' offer to become private security in South America, more specifically Sao Paulo, Brazil. While in the origin place of big booty Brazilians, Max finds himself working for the Branco family, consisting of Rodrigo and Fabiana, a wealthy real estate agent and his trophy wife, Giovanna, the sister of said trophy wife, and then there's Victor and Marcelo Branco, or as Max calls them, Marcello.
With his cokehead younger brother, Marcello.
They're the brothers of Rodrigo, and one is a local politician while the other one is basically snorting coke off tits every day. One day while guarding a private party, a local street gang raided the building in order to kidnap the Brancos, and for the next couple of missions it's up to Max to save them because they all keep getting kidnapped in some way. Except for Victor Bronco, suspiciously enough, hint hint. From there the game starts and holy fuck does it start off good. Immediately the game throws 3 guys at you, and after taking them down you quickly realize that shooting this time around feels similar to GTA 5. I wonder why. Assuming you played either of the Max Payne games, you should be used to the formula of enter room, slow-mo, shoot 'em. But let me tell you, it's never felt this good before. For starters, you can now enter and exit cover and even blind fire guns. But what makes it special this time around is you can launch yourself out of cover and just start dome rocking everyone. Not only does this look cool as shit, but you're going to be using this tactic a lot as later levels have smarter enemies that'll communicate to each other and rush you down while you need to move up. It's really awesome as well to see Max's body react to whatever he's about to collide with. But be warned when jumping out of cover, because sometimes Max's fat body will hit the cover you are trying to clear and stop all your momentum. Then another addition to the gameplay is this Borderlands type of fight for your life mode, where if you take a fatal hit and you at least have 1 painkiller in your pocket, he'll slow down everything, and if you kill the guy who shot you, Max will get back up with 75% health. Then in a callback to the first game where when you get the last guy in a room, it'll do a close-up shot of their body flying back. They brought that back, but it's more gruesome / cool as shit. Yeah baby, this is the 7th generation son, no more red paint on a low poly model. You get to see the bullet hole you put in that guy, in detail. And just for the hell of it, you can empty out an entire clip on him. After saving Rodrigo in the first level, the second level sees Max saving Giovanna, Marcello, and Fabiana after some street gangs attack the nightclub looking for them. I'm not even gonna say why this is the 3rd most memorable level for me, just fucking look how it starts. Bro, Vanquish wished it got this close to shooting guys in slow motion. All of the levels are purposely cinematic as fuck, and have a lot of interactable and destructible objects in it. For example, normally you can't just walk or dive through glass, but if you put a bullet or 2 in it, you could just walk on through it Rob Dyrdek style. Combine minor details like that with the varied locations you'll go to and have to shoot your way through, you can really channel your inner Chow Yun Fat and just start blasting guys left and right without trouble.
I think I love a wrong woman. Oh, excuse me. Fabio! Fabio! Ah, my nigga! Oh, shit! Ooh.
Some levels have a set piece in them, and on the second level, after saving Marcello and riding in a helicopter to search for the others, Max finds Giovanna running for her life and now he has to play Sniper Elite to protect her.
He's gonna kill her, man!
The best part comes up at the end of it when after trying to dodge a missile, Max is launched out of the copter but he's hanging on to the landing gears. So while hanging on for dear life, the motherfucker starts shooting down oncoming rockets. Mind you, he's also drunk. Fuck, I love this game, it's only the 2nd mission. After all that, Max was able to save 2 people, but Giovanna was still taken, so the rest of the Broncos decided to pay ransom to the gang in hopes of getting her back. Max and Passos decide to deliver the money, but a sniper comes out and crashes the party from both sides.
Thanks for standing still, white guy. Pull it together, Max, let's go.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm bleeding out, Passos. But after he said that stupid shit, he shows us why he's him.
Whoa. Looks like I missed all the fun.
It's messed up that the Max Payne team never really got to make another game after this. Well, I guess they did with Control, but it really feels like they found their footing here. I understand why there's not a Max Payne 4 because of the way this game ends, but I also guess that's why there's a multiplayer mode with co-op and PvP. I heard the PvP is fun, but good luck trying to learn a decade-old multiplayer game. The niggas that are still there playing that to this day are good and have all the weapons already unlocked. That just leaves us with the co-op, but surprise, that doesn't work. The first two Max Payne games have these nightmare sections where you travel through his mind. In the first game, it's this annoying ass platforming part where you have to slowly moon jump to get to the end of a maze, all while you hear a baby crying over and over and over again. And God forbid you fall here or get lost, cause you're doing this shit again from the beginning. In the second game, he's more or less tripping balls with these guilt-filled dream sequences. And in the third game, they replaced them with these flashback sequences explaining why Max had to leave New York and take the private security job. The gist of it is that Max shot a drug dealer's son and now he's constantly being hunted because of it. Long story short, someone fucked around and found out.
Seriously? I thought I told you to get out of here, old man.
Yeah, old man.
It's a nice echo. Do gorillas have personalities of their own, or they just agree with everything you say?
Very funny, old man. Very fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, has-been washed-up old cop should go on TV. Yeah. Tell some jokes about how you got your wife killed or some shit.
After Max gets done cosplaying as Sam Fisher, you get the best level in the game. Ooh, if you played this game, you already know what this is. Okay, so after failing to save Fabiana for a second time, he meets back up with Rodrigo at his office building, but shit goes south and the building gets raided. Everyone is pissing their pants because the security is down, but they forgot. I'm the security.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Get down behind the desk now, both of you.
This right here is why I said this is the best level in the game. Just look at the fucking bullets reacting to everything. They get stuck in the walls, the glass keeps the bullet holes in it, papers are flying everywhere. Like, I hope I can just properly convey in words as to why this shit is awesome. Just hold on, just look at this for a couple more seconds. Yeah, shit's like crack to me. Then the level ends with him playing chicken with the car. He shoots the driver, jumps off the counter he was hiding behind to get the enemy reinforcements behind him. Although Max was pretty much a one-man army in this scenario, somewhere in the chaos Rodrigo got assassinated. And it's at this point where he realized he sucks at saving people, kind of like Bobby from Saw 3D.
Why would you just shut the fuck up?
So he decided to sober up and he shaved his head to prove his sobriety. Despite this, Max is still bad at his job.
Don't you kill her! Don't you?
Okay.
For the next couple of levels, you're in the favela slums, but I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like these levels. Only because it's giving off prime 7th gen gray and brown, like I was getting RE5 hot flashes while playing through it. Also, somehow I managed to glitch under the map pretty easily. Next thing I wrote down in my notes was like, what the fuck was I talking about? I don't know, but Ghost Car.
What the hell? I'm kidding again! Oh, Mikey. Even though we just met, I feel like we are good friends, you know? I feel like safe with you guys. Know that, like real safe.
Skipping ahead to the second to last level, Chapter 13 is by far the most messed up one. Not only is it the longest level in the game, but enemies here are smart and accurate. On top of that, they're fully kitted out in bulletproof armor, so you have to go for headshots to drop them quickly. Halfway through, the UFE corners max and they use smoke grenades to hide themselves. I died a lot here because they're laser accurate and their SMGs hit hard. But when you pick up their guns, it's shit. They get rid of the dot reticle because it has a laser sight on it. Using this one gun with a laser sight made me realize all the other guns have little to no recoil except this piece of shit right here. Even if you burst fire it, it kicks like crazy. But getting past that, you'll make it to the last chapter in the airport, and man, I can only show you why this is the greatest level to end a game in general. Well, this level plus the music is the perfect icing on this depressing cake of a game series. It all ends in an Endurance boss fight with the UFE's leader, Becker, the Manlet. He's calling in reinforcements to surround you, all while shooting grenades at you. All you have to do is hold out, move from cover to cover, and shoot the grenades at the sky.
You know I walk. You'll walk with a...
After that, the game ends with Max choosing to move on with his life and be satisfied for once while walking on the beach. Now, the entire Max Payne trilogy is a trip, and while its themes are dark and depressing, as a noir story should be, they also have fun with what Max can do and how creative the player can get during gunfights. I hope they can work a deal with Rockstar to remake or at least re-release Max Payne 3.